Okay. Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. I want to talk about the Switch 2. I don't have the system because I don't want to fucking goddamn get it. Mainly because the practices that Nintendo, this fucking company, has. And a lot of people around here, just not everybody is like this, obviously. But because I have to say that right now, not every gamer is like this right now. People are pissed off at Nintendo. Let's just be flat out and straight right now. All right. This company has countless had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to get right with their fan base, but they've been a piece of shit since the 90s. Ever since the N64, they refused to innovate. They refused to move on. They refused to fucking literally bend down a knee to literally changes of the gaming industry. And that's why a lot of people look at them as literally a waste of fucking time. Because that is what their company is right now. A waste of fucking time. Even before the stupid shit was Switch 2. Alright? I'm making a YouTube video! So anyways. My bad. I try to... Sorry, my sister and brother... My sister, not brother, but my sister and brother-in-law want me to like take shots with them and shit. It's the weekend, it's Saturday, like seriously, tone up, people. Seriously, and smoke weed every day. That's on. But anyways, moving on. Obviously, I probably won't be talking about in these other YouTube channels that talk about the same situation that I am talking about. Because look, I already understand that I'm not for those YouTubers. I'm not. I'm too vocal. I'm too like straight up. I'm too like not tippy-toeing some of the shit. And a lot of us are like this here. I'm not saying I'm the only one. The hell? What? There's a lot of YouTubers out like this. And as they should. As they should. Let's not fuck around and tiptoe the stupid shit. Nintendo's a corrupt piece of crap. You know? I would love to play the new Donkey Kong game on the Switch 2. But the Switch 2 is pricey as hell. The games are pricey. And what they're doing with their games, literally being like, you see this? Yeah, the CD that you have in it is basically paperweight. Because you need to put it in the system to actually put the fucking game in it. And the thing is, this is not nothing new. This is not nothing new. I've noticed it with the Spyro the Dragon trilogy when I got it on PS4 and I noticed that shit. And I was disgusted by that shit. I didn't even beat the fucking goddamn game, only the first game. Only because it came with the game itself. The other two games, well, you need to download it on the internet, bitch. And if you don't have internet access, well, too fucking bad. Sorry that you're a Spyro fan. I'm sick of it then, and I'm sick of it now. It needs to die, and it is. Just like these AAA games that are looking at Expedition 33, you better look at that fucking game. I'm going to mention that game all the fucking time. Mainly because this game is doing stuff that a lot of people have been asking for years. Not just with turn-based RPGs, but just games in fucking general. That is why it's getting a lot of impact. That's why it's fucking goddamn talked about. That's why it's become a culture phenomenon. And that's why they want to fucking probably fuck up a fucking movie, kill the dragon, some people might say, before we fucking get started. But it doesn't matter if they fuck up with the movie. You know why? Because we still got the fucking game. And the game is a fucking great. And we're going to get more fucking games from this studio. It doesn't even matter if it's from the same series or from a different video game. Or series altogether, I mean. You know? This is what a lot of these companies don't understand, like Nintendo. They don't get... Nintendo. I remember, wasn't there a time when Nintendo actually catered a little bit to the indie crowd? Am I wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong. But apparently now, we're going to close a whole bunch of shit that a lot of people just are passionate about. Yo, people are passionate out over Super Smash Brothers Melee. They have competitions about it. Nintendo hears those competitions, shut it down. Oh, but we're doing it for charity. That money is not coming to us. Shut it down. That's how they are. if children were dying, literally, if little kids having cancer was dying, and their wish was to literally see a freaking Smash Brothers competition, a Melee, and literally have it live, what's Nintendo going to do? Shut it down. Oh, that kid's dying. That's his last wish before he's died. Shut it down. The same thing with Disney. Oh, you're going to have a tombstone that has a shape of Spider-Man in it for your son because he's a fan of Spider-Man? Well, sorry, you can't do that. That bridged the contract of basically you using our character. So you can't do that. Go fuck yourself. 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 And then you wonder why these studios do not grow. Or you wonder why these studios are actually dying from the inside out. Not from the inside in. Basically, you know? It's like with Square Enix. Some people don't trust Square Enix. Because they've been told that, oh, we're going to reboot stuff. And it's going to take 3 years. Some people laugh at that. And I was just like, you don't have 3 years. And a lot of people agree agree. Not what I said, because they thought of the same shit too. You know? Look, a lot of things that I've said, I'm sure a lot of people look at it and be like, yo, this kid is right. This is why there's lower YouTubers like us. Lower YouTubers like you and me, guys. We're here for a reason. We're here for a reason. A lot of YouTubers like me are here for a reason. But no one doesn't want to think about the lower YouTubers like me and other lower YouTubers. I can't mention their names, but I don't think they'll be comfortable if I mention their names. So I don't want to do it in the sake of respect, to be quite honest. But I will give them shout outs, basically. You know, they're great. Obviously, these lower YouTubers know what YouTube was all about back in the day, man. Seriously, that's all what was. Putting on a freaking camera on and talking about certain stuff. Or you might just play like or maybe you do a movie, a play, or something that you just are passionate about, talking about. And we can't even talk about that. I guarantee you Nintendo will be like, oh, we can't have your video here on YouTube. And YouTube will be like, yep, we can't have you here. Did Nintendo just gave you fucking money? Yep, your channel's off. Haha, fucker. What are you going to do now? You can't do anything. Try to take us to court. This company is literally... This company literally deserves literally deserves to get a smack in the head. I don't care if it's financial wise or business wise. I don't give a shit. This company needs to fall on their knees to the point that their company is on fire, literally and physically, literally and basically mentally. You know, to the point that they have no excuse to go back to the back catalog of the Nintendo stuff and revamp all of them to make it great and good. Where the fuck is Kid Icarus? Where the fuck is goddamn Earthbound? Where the fuck is F-Zero? Where the fuck is where's Wario? Where's Wario? And I'm not talking about the WarioWare games. I'm talking about Wario Land stuff. Where are those games? Where the fuck is that? Where the fuck? Seriously, where the fuck is that? Where's the side stuff for Princess Peach? And I'm not talking about the new one that just came out. I'm talking about Super Princess Peach. Where the fuck is those? Where the fuck is that? Where's the Super Princess Peach 2 sequel, motherfucker? Look, I'm good at playing Nintendo stuff and Sony stuff. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to cater to these guys for long. I'm a gamer. I like to play a lot of games. I'm not, like, if I went to somebody's house and they had an Xbox, I'm not going to be like, well, I'm not going to play your shit. Of course I'm going to play Xbox. You have an Xbox game? Or you have an Xbox console? Okay, cool. What games you got for it? Okay, cool. Then I can play. That's it. That's really it. Well, like, some people think that... Still to this day, some people think that the console era ended on the PS3 and Xbox 360. They're not 100% gone, but at the same time, when you really, really think about it, that shit ended it in the 90s before the PlayStation came out. Alright, once the PlayStation 1 came out, it was already over. That was it. That was done. There's no competition. There's no gaming forces and all that. Oh, you have Nintendo and PlayStation now. Oh, now you have Nintendo, PlayStation, Micro. It doesn't even. I never like it. That shit didn't matter to me because that shit ended years ago. And sometimes I like to probably pick fun at it or something like that. Especially if you see my older videos, most likely I probably was into it and shit like that because of course I was younger. But you grow and you learn and then you figure out this shit is probably bullshit anyways to begin with. So, because you were younger at that time, you were like a kid. Now you're a fucking adult realizing, oh, this shit is bullshit. Just saying. Just saying, man. Just saying. Alright? And there's so many games that people have been asking for to be ported or remastered. And no! What does Square Enix, what does Nintendo, what does Rockstar, what does all these video game companies do? Retrend the same bullshit over and over and over and over again. Now, there's a difference between you wanting to preserve those games for new generations to experience them. That's different. That's different. I don't mind that. Go all free with that. But the thing is, when you have more of one thing and not the other, a lot of people don't think about that, what I just said. Of like, hey, you're catering to nostalgia instead of just putting more of your product to new things. So if you put new products to new things while you still have nostalgia stuff coming out, no one wouldn't care all that much. It's true, I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't give a shit. Give me a remaster of Spyro and all that shit. I don't give a shit. As long as it's good and fun. And not censored. Well, that's a different story for another day. That's another thing that Nintendo likes to do, too. So does Sony, by the way. Sony's a fucking idiot. They've been idiots for a long fucking time. I think they became idiots during the PS3 era. I'm dead serious. Because they were fucking idiots. They were fucking idiots, man. And they still fucking... I think they got even more dumber as the years went on. With each era of console, they got more dumber and dumber and dumber. That's just my opinion. Because there's a reason why a lot of PS2 games don't feel like what PS1 games used to be. Because if you play those old PS1 games and you feel that type of style of those classic, how they are classic-wise, not because of the hardware, it's because of the type of gameplay that they were using. They literally were like, well, this is a game, so treat it like a game. It's like those moments when you see in GTA 3, for example, when you have something floating around going like this, and you just pick it up because it just feels archaic, and it feels fun to do. They lost that archaic feel. That's why when I played a little bit of Astrobots, to be honest with you, it brought that back. It brought back that memory for me. For me, I know there's a lot of people here that hate Astrobots. I don't get it. I don't get the hate. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. But and that's fine. But yeah, I don't think Astrobots is not even a bad game. That's the thing. When I was playing, again, going back, when I was playing Astrobots, I'm like, this just reminds me of me playing old classic PS1 games, which I miss. Some of them used to be really linear. Some of them used to be not. They were big enough that people would call it open world, but it wasn't still an open world. It just had big maps. Not big enough to get lost, but big enough to explore, like what you're finding, and then move on with the story. Because it wasn't too much hardware that they were using. So they had to think about what they had and pay attention to it. They couldn't just go all out with it, even though they could, and they should, but they had to respect the limitations of what they had. And sometimes they brought more creativity to the product. Which reasons why Final Fantasy VII on PS1, not PS fucking 5 or 4, was so fucking successful. My introduction to Final Fantasy was always Final Fantasy 1, not 7. Again, nothing against 7, but 7 is praised to the point that when you boot up on Final Fantasy 1 and 2, and then you play 4 because you couldn't play 3 for a bit because it was hard for you to find 3, so you play 4, and then you got a chance to play 5 and 6, and you look at 7 and you're like, okay guys, like you're praising this like it's hot shit, and don't get me wrong, I love it and everything like that, but when you try the product, you're like, this is what everyone was hyped up about. I love the game, love the soundtrack, love the characters, love the combat, but really, guys, really, compared to Final Fantasy 6. Final Fantasy 6 compared to Final Fantasy 7, there's no contest. There's no contest. I'm dead serious. Final Fantasy 9 compared to Final Fantasy 7. No contest. No contest. I'm sorry, there's no contest in my opinion. There isn't. There isn't. There isn't. Some people might argue with Final Fantasy 8, but that's a whole different debate, which I won't talk about here. Because I love Final Fantasy 8. But I don't hate Final Fantasy 7. I actually like Final Fantasy 7. Do I love it as other people do? No, it's kind of funny that I will love from 1 through 6. Then when I see 7, I'm over here like, at the time when I was younger, 7 was like amazing to me. But when I finally did play the game, it was like, maybe I did overhype it for myself. Or maybe everyone hyped it over with me or something. So I didn't know. But what I was gonna say is that sorry about the Nintendo. Like, sorry, I'm 17 minutes in, but I'm talking about a whole bunch of stuff and not the Nintendo stuff. I apologize. Do not get the Switch 2. Please don't get the Switch 2, guys. There's no reason for you to get the Switch 2. Get a Steam Deck. Nintendo's just making more of a fact why we should pirate their games. And I've seen so many YouTubers being like, "Oh, I don't condone that. I don't condone that." Why are you so scared for you to say that you do not condone that? Or Nintendo will block my channel just by you saying it? Just by you saying it? Oh, the government's gonna knock my door. Nintendo's gonna knock on my door and drag my whole family and execute them. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Because that's how you're acting right now. Shut up. Shut up. You pussy fuck. This is why a lot of higher YouTubers can't mention my name sometimes. Because I talk like this. Because it's stupid. It's stupid. And that's fine if your higher YouTubers don't want to mention my name or mention other YouTubers like me. That's fine. At least you know we're here. Alright? And you're going to look at us and be like, oh shit. And be like, yeah, man. Nothing against you. Nothing against your channel or anything like that. But sometimes you guys need to speak up a bit. Because it comes to the point that sometimes when you don't speak up, it comes to us to speak up. And sometimes we, just like some of you guys will say, we're just speaking into the void. Well, how the fuck we think we feel? We're not even speaking to a void. We're speaking to a fucking atmosphere that doesn't exist. That's what we're speaking to every time we make videos like this. Which is funny because companies like Nintendo will watch these videos first. Have you noticed that? They're not dumb. Nintendo's not dumb. These companies are not dumb. They're dumb, but they're not dumb. Like, they're dumb consumer-wise and making good product-wise. Dumb business-wise, they're not. Not if they get too greedy to the point that they want more money. But the thing is, you don't live in a world, business guys, business people, you guys don't live in a world while everyone's raining down with money. So no one's not going to give you that much money for a Switch 2. Because they're not raining down with money. If they were raining down with money constantly, like every time they made a video, or something that you see like in Ready Player One, like every time they do something like play a video game, or yeah, any type of game, they automatically like get money and shit like that, automatically, just because they played the game. Yeah. But I'm sorry. Apparently, you just want that in 2045. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Seriously. Oh, and by the way, Parzival was born this year, 2025. Parzival is born today. The main character from Ready Player One is born today. Not today. I don't know the date, but when he was born. Well, he's born this year. Sorry. But moving on. Before I close this video off, I just want to mention, how do you guys feel about this, man? Seriously. The whole Nintendo shit, how do you feel about it? Do you think Nintendo... That's the thing, I've been watching a YouTube video here. And I don't know... Hold on. I know this is loud. I have my fan on because it's trying to cool the PS5 with its power cable. It's a whole other story I don't have to get to. To be honest, it's probably not even worth talking to because there's so many videos I want to talk about with my life right now. But I'm just trying to heal my fucking ankle right now. And once I'm 100% healed, I'm going to talk about a whole bunch of shit that's happened to me in my life right now. I hope you enjoy when that video does come. But those are mostly for casual viewers, not a broader viewer. But hey, if you do want to see that one day, subscribe. You know, thank you for subscribing. You don't have to if you don't want to. But, all right.
Switch to reject that urge goes against their very nature. Anytime something shiny comes out, you bet your sweet Mickey it will be purchased and played.
Okay, you probably can't hear it. All right, you probably can't hear it all that much, and that's fine because there's a song going on, the fan is on. So I'll say this right now. Yes, there are all people out here. There are all people out here that are looking at the freaking Switch 2 and can't. And it's just salivating in the mouth, and they look at us, being like, "Oh, you're just stupid for not being hyped. You're stupid for being hyped for a product. It's trying to fuck you over. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not really worth it. So it's not worth it. Okay, it is not worth kissing the ass of these companies. It's not. It's not worth it, guys. It's not. If it was this worth it, wouldn't they pay money for us for it? And I mean all of us combined. They're not going to do that shit. Look, I just want you guys to know that I got nothing against, like, Nintendo when it comes to, like, their games. Some games I like. Some games I do not. I think Mario is kind of lacking now. I don't think Mario is good anymore, guys. Mario hasn't been good. Like, you got some highlights on the 3DS. I say that right now. But Mario hasn't been good since the 90s. I love Mario 64. That game inspired my game a lot. I'm not going to argue with that. It inspired a lot of games out here, too. And I'm sure you guys like Mario Odyssey and all that. I hate Mario Odyssey. At first, I was getting into it. And then once I went to the first world of Mario Odyssey is great. The boss fights, everything was just great. The aspect, the landscape, the level design, it was good. Then after that, it just went downhill. It went downhill for me. And I was so fucking disappointed. And I'm like, this is a shit game. This is a shit game with one good level, and the rest is crap, and we're supposed to confiscate with Mario's fucking goddamn controls with it. No, I'm not. Fuck off. No, that's how I felt after I beat the game. Yes, it was nice to get Princess Peach's castle at the end. Yeah, but at what price? At what price, man? That could have been the hub area to go to the other worlds of the game. Am I a dumbass here or just thinking about that? Oh no, it just does not matter. Every time they have an opportunity, in every game, especially these RPG games, every time they have a chance to make a hub world, they do not. It's like they fucking scared of hub worlds. Oh, only Dark Souls could do that. Who told you that? Mario made hub worlds. Crash Bandicoot made hub worlds. So did Spyro. So why is you any different? Like, you look at Dark Souls and you think you can't make a hub world of a game? My game is full hub world. You still have a map, but still that's the only map you're gonna explore. Because the only the only place you have to go is talk to the cat and go to the stages of where the castle is. You can't just go into the castle. It was like that in the beginning, but I wanted to make it more hub world type of way. So, Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes I see you fucking a tranny. I'm like, but moving on. Some people are going to be like, but moving on. That's it, guys. That's it. I don't know what else to say. I just hope you guys know that Nintendo's scum. They haven't changed in a long, long fucking time. And the people that actually give a fuck are now gone, dead, retire, or taking a back seat. And staying the fuck shut. Sometimes that's not a good thing. Imagine George Lucas shut the fuck up about the new trilogy that Disney made. He didn't stay shut. He was like, oh, I just didn't thought it was what I wanted. And he threw away my script. See, he talked about it. But some people would just be like, well, at least I got the money. I sold it, got more money than I ever got to, and I'm making even more bank even before because of this fucking goddamn mouse, for example. You know? So, it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way, man. It shouldn't be that way. But we're a business. Yeah. You guys gotta realize you're a business, right? So, why do you consistently want to fuck your consumers? There's no business in fucking your consumers. There isn't. Who told you that? Who told you? Guys, let's make a business of fucking your consumers. We'll make millions. In the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, they would have looked at you and kicked you the fuck out. And I think I'm done. Nintendo scum. Nintendo's a piece of crap. Oh, but you will still play these Nintendo systems. I only have the Switch. And they've been wanting me to update the Switch. When I went to the Switch, when I replayed my Switch to play the World Neo, The World Ends With You, because I haven't played fully of that game. I was having fun with it. But they wanted me to update the system. And I literally was just like Captain America. No, I don't think I would do that. I don't think I want to.